Yo, welcome to Raw No Condemnation. I'm Chucky.
Yo, 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 I'm J.A.
Yeah, we're in the building. We're in the building. Jay, man, they got a big debate going on right now, man. They got a big debate going on. I thought that me and you we gotta weigh in on this thing right here, man. They talking about Jay-Z versus
Jay-Z versus, huh?
Yeah, who could Jay-Z do a versus with? Now, according to Billboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z said, "Ain't nobody can stand on that stage with me. I ain't gonna lie. No disrespect. Everyone's amazing. They've done what they've done.
Right.
No one can stand on stage with me. There's not a shot. You know, Jay, that unquote. That's Jay-Z's statement. I guess he was on with Alicia Keys. He was doing a surprise appearance with Alicia Keys on the Twitter Space discussion Tuesday, December 21st, with Rob Markman of Genius.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what Jay said, man. I wish I could find the clip, man. I would want us to show it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I think, man, when it comes to this, I don't know. When it comes to verses, is there somebody who I think can just beat Jay? I'm not gonna say,
or even give him a run for his money. Who can
run for his money? I say yes, because I don't think. I think sometimes we get caught up in the whole mystique of Jay-Z. Jay-Z a dope, like he a whole mogul, right? So he's got an amazing hip hop catalog, but he there was the whole debate what last week when Future said that he was bigger than Jay-Z in the streets, and then people start saying, "Well, is you bigger than Jay-Z at the bank?" you big. I mean, I think that because Jay-Z has made such good business moves, he got the whole mogul space and title sold up, and then he got the girl. You know what I'm saying? He married Beyonce. You win at that point. So I think to an extent, people caught up in the mystique of Jay-Z. Jay-Z has won at life.
Right.
So when you winning in business, you got the girl everybody wanted. You also you're a dope rapper. One of the best to ever do it easily.
Right.
But does that mean that there's nobody who can match 20 songs with you? I think that's a different conversation. That's a different thing because say we Jay-Z is he been winning for a long time, and we can't see nothing different.
Yeah, and I think that I agree. I think that the Jay-Z brand is what people looking at, because when you're talking about verses, you're talking about hit songs. You're talking about going hit for hit.
Right.
You ain't talking about who the best MC, and I think that's where we get it mixed up. Will we put Jay-Z in one of the best MCs of all time? Yeah,
right.
Hell yeah,
easy.
Yeah,
he and everybody top 5. I think I would have, just about.
Right. And this is the thing, when you talk about hit for hit, Billboard gave some they gave 5 people that they suggested could stand on stage with Jay. Right. And I can see where they coming from when they talk about hit for hit. I do believe, Jay, that they left some people off, but they gave their opinion, they said Kanye West,
Okay.
And when you're talking hit for hit, then
Kanye got a long record. I mean, he got a lot of hits. I'll just say that.
Kanye got a lot of hits. And then you got to think about what's the rules. Do you say Kanye can play any song that he's ever touched? Can he
Right,
play songs that he
production.
produced? You know,
Everybody else doing production and writing credits and whatever else. But I mean, then do you get to play songs if you didn't write them too though?
right?
You might have a problem on that part.
You might have a problem. You might have a problem.
Yeah, because a lot of Kanye is clearly people know that Kanye has had some writers on a lot of his songs. But I think the Kanye came through as an entertainer. He was first known as a producer before he was even known as a rapper. So I don't think there is as much pressure when you started out as a producer. Is not as much pressure if you was just a pure rapper to have written all your own material.
Right. And then when you really think about it, Jay, who plays if they let Kanye play songs that he produced, can he play the Jay-Z? Can he play the Jay-Z songs that he produced?
Well, then I mean, clearly, if he gets to, but I don't know. Were the Kanye Jay-Z songs, were those the best Jay-Z songs?
He got a couple hits in there. He got a few hits.
Yeah. Yeah.
And him and Jay-Z got records together. They got albums together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The whole Watch the Throne album. That I think you just had to take them off the table if they both was on it.
Right. Then they got Busta Rhymes on here. What you think about that matchup, Busta Rhymes?
I think that's a mismatch. I think it's a mismatch. I think Busta, and no disrespect to Busta, I think Busta is amazing, but I think the Busta bring a whole different energy, and it's just different. It's a mismatch. I see Busta up against maybe like a Missy Elliott or somebody that has that similar type of excitement and energy around their music.
Yeah, man, that's the actual matchup I really, really want to see. I want to see Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott. Now, the only problem I can see in that is Busta can't be as aggressive as he potentially could be because it's a female.
Right.
But I think that if Busta Rhymes and Missy went head to head, man, I think that'd be an incredible versus, man. It'd be an incredible show. And I do agree it's a mismatch, man. It's a mismatch with Busta Rhymes but Busta got some hits too, man. He got songs with Janet, he got songs with Mariah Carey, he got, what I mean? He got some stuff out there.
Yeah.
What about Weezy? What about Lil Wayne? What about Tunchi?
Well, Lil Wayne, I personally, I don't think Lil Wayne, I don't think he can really. I mean, Lil Wayne is dope. Lil Wayne got a body of work too. But then also, like, can you include mixtape work? Because Lil Wayne, to me, some of his best work was on mixtapes.
Well, Jada did it. Jada did it.
Yeah. Well, if you include mixtapes that give him, because Lil Wayne, he done dropped probably a dozen mixtapes. He probably dropped more, probably more than that. He probably dropped more mixtapes than he dropped actual albums. Yeah. So,
and I think people tend to forget that Lil Wayne been rapping since he was, little. He been rapping
like 13, 14.
Yeah, he got material out there. Can he use those hot boy songs? Can he?
Yeah, I think you can use
stuff?
all of that. Everybody uses that. I think he could definitely use that. But I mean, does he have hot boy songs that are able to compete with Jay-Z songs?
Right.
At the end of the day, I don't think it's necessarily I don't know. I can't think of whether a hot boy song that I can think of that I would put against one of Jay-Z's top 20.
Right. Now the next person that they got on here, Jay, is Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
Now with M, M got hits.
M got
hits. I think that when we talk about matching up, man, I think that I think Jay-Z beats M. but I think M stands his ground. You know, I don't. You can't. He not gonna just watch Eminem.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? When we talk about hits,
and who
you know,
judges? You know,
right? And who judges?
I think that
Yeah,
matters. You
yeah,
know,
it do.
for M and J, that matters. Who judges is gonna matter. M lyrically, M a monster. You
Right.
know, I think when it comes to you know, wordplay and you know, syllable play and double entendres and stuff like that, I don't think nobody can see M personally. But and that includes Jay, but that doesn't necessarily make for classic. You know, does that mean he's got classic songs that has stood the test of time that will beat 20 Jay-Z songs that have also, you know, stood the test of time? I don't know. I think that's a tight one.
I think Eminem is in that. We had a discussion about Adele. You know, I think Eminem is kind of in that Adele category where he's had massive songs and one single would last a long time.
Right.
And so
he Billboard all year.
Right. And he don't get a chance to put out, you know, 3-4 singles, you know, on one album. He'll get 2 singles out maybe on one album, you know, and so he don't have, although the listeners and the fans get a chance to experience the whole record, you know, the hit songs though is what we're talking about when we're talking about Verzuz.
Right.
You know, how many of those songs were just, you know, so massive, so major. You know, when you talk about Jay-Z songs, you talking about all kinds of stuff. Like when you imagine Annie, imagine all of that, imagine all of the other songs and stuff that, you know, that he got out, or Hard Knock Life. I said Annie, you know.
Yeah. Right.
But all of that stuff, man, all of that stuff is, you know, it's big. They were big songs, big songs. And Jay-Z got 20 big songs, you know. Now the last person that they got on there, Jay, is his wife, Beyonce.
I think that's another mismatch. I think if you go count Beyonce against Jay-Z, then you know, then you got to count everybody in R&B. Then do Adele go against Jay-Z too?
Right.
You know, you just can't do that. Like that's not, they're completely different genres. You know, you gonna pull out Willie Nelson or who? I mean,
right,
like,
the Beatles,
yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah,
I don't think Beyonce counts. Not at least against Jay-Z. Let her go up against, you know, another R&B singer.
Yeah, and I think that's a better fit, man. I think that it's a better fit for Beyonce to go against another singer, you know, another R&B artist, or it ain't necessarily got to be R&B, because that pop category, she can probably wash that out too.
Right.
Because I could see her against like a Taylor Swift or
right, Adele, Taylor Swift, Rihanna.
Right. Right. Even though I think she'll win it, but I think that those people can stand on stage with her.
Yeah.
You know, if you expand it, you know. But I do want to say this, that Beyonce is hip hop, you know. Culturally she hip hop, you know what I mean? So I don't get it twisted. She's just not a rapper. You know, like she definitely hip hop. So you know, sometimes people get that stuff twisted because she a R&B artist.
Right. I'm gonna let you finish, but she had one of the best videos of all time.
As Kanye.
But wasn't that Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift,
and that was when she was brand new, though. You know.
Yeah. That's when Taylor Swift first started making noise. And
She probably should you know, give some love to Ye, because he probably helped her. I mean, I'm not saying she's not dope. I like Taylor Swift, but that gave her a lot of promotion. You know.
Yeah, man. I actually, to be honest, I dig a lot of Taylor Swift music. Some of it to get a little too poppy for me, but some of that stuff, man, is hard, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, what's my song? I can't even remember my song. But yeah, Taylor Swift is kind of dope, man. Um,
Yeah, I mess with her.
yeah, like, but I think they left some people off off the list. You know,
Who they leave off the list?
Drake.
Drake. Yeah, that's true.
When we talking hit for hit, see,
Drake
keep in
a
mind,
monster when it comes. I think I would look. I was just talking to somebody the other day, it might have been you, but I was saying like man, Drake got the cheat code. That Drake
yeah,
like he knows how to make a hit song. I don't even think Jay-Z in terms of hit songs, Jay-Z do dope albums, and every now and then he'll get a big banger on the radio or whatever. But every time Drake drop, he got 4-5 major, songs that they spinning.
yeah, yeah, and I think Drake would be. I actually think Drake is probably the best matchup. Now, there's another person that hip hop would love to see.
Who's that?
Nas. They would love to see Nas.
Oh yeah,
Jay-Z Nas.
I thought we had already mentioned Nas, but yeah, no,
We didn't mention
for
Nas.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Nas would be the natural, because especially since they've already clashed at one point, and got back cool, and honestly,
do they do those songs? Can they do those songs in the battle?
It's a versus. You almost got to. Like, how do Nas not like end with Ether? That's number 20 off scratch. That's number 20.
That's number 20, right?
Yeah, that's number 20. If I'm Nas, that's number 20. Because
that's number 20.
Yeah. I mean, it's a battle. I understand y'all cool now and all of that, but yeah, you gotta drop Ether in there.
So you telling me you want on number 20, you wanted to just come off, fuck Jay-Z.
Yeah. No, I don't know though, because Jay-Z has some grimy disses on his head too.
Yeah, but that's how.
What was
that's
that?
How
Super
it roll
ugly.
Off.
If he gonna play super ugly, that's gonna start a fight.
Yeah, it is.
That's what Jay-Z. Jay-Z was on there talking about sleeping with his baby mama and all kind of stuff.
All kinds of stuff, right?
And it's like real stuff. It's not like just made up rap stuff. It's like really stuff that happened.
Right. And so you I don't know, man. I mean, I know hip hop would love that. I think that would be the biggest versus against Jay-Z. Maybe Eminem too. You probably can get Eminem versus Jay-Z will probably be like super huge.
Right.
But a Nas versus Jay-Z or Eminem versus Jay-Z, if we talking numbers, if you want the maximum amount of numbers, you have to do one of them.
Well, numbers probably gonna be M, just because it's gonna bring a diverse audience more so, where most of the verses have been like more of I think catered toward a urban or black audience to the most part. But you bring M in there, and everybody watching.
Everybody watching. Yeah. So that's what's up, man.
Yeah. Oh, another person we didn't. I keep hearing floated around, even though I think that they're in different like generations musically. Even they might be the same age, but they're in different generations musically. LL Cool J.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people have been saying LL could battle Jay-Z, but it would be so kind of weird, because Jay-Z will play something and then he'll play like I'm Bad or Mama Say Knock You Out or something from the 80s, and it's like, how do that? I mean, but I mean,
that
LL,
don't match up.
Yeah, he got hits, and he definitely is accomplished musically, but
I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
When we talking about LL Cool J,
Mm-hmm.
um, if we talking about matching him inside of his era,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I ain't saying that LL done by far. I'm just saying where he was peaking,
Right.
right? Um, you there's not too many people you can match with the LL on the verses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When you talk about verses, there's not too many people that you can match with LL from his era. You know, like
Nah, I can't
it's
think of none really.
nope, there's not too many, you know, that had that kind of hit success is LL, you know.
Right.
It's not too many, you know, like of course there's MCs out there. If we talk about an MC battle, there's MCs out there that can get with LL. But if we talk about a hit battle like Versus,
Mm-hmm.
and you match inside the era, who do you match LL against?
I
You
think the
know,
only person, and I can't even say person, the only group you could match him up again would be Run DMC.
DMC.
I
That's the
think
same
Run
thing I was thinking.
DMC would be like both Run DMC against LL. That would be, I think that'll be comparable.
Yeah,
And within a similar era.
right.
Like with LL against Jay-Z,
And
Jay-Z too current and LL is too kind of, we think of LL as kind of old school.
he a pioneer. You know,
Mm-hmm.
LL is a pioneer. But when you think about, even when you think about even when you think about Run DMC,
Mm-hmm.
when you think about Run DMC, you thinking about at a point Run DMC stopped making new music.
Right.
LL was, I mean, imagine LL was still making hits with DMX.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Just think about that for a second. Like LL got a hit song, a chart topping song with I forget who was all on there, but I know DMX was on that song.
You talking about 4 3 2 1?
Yeah, you know,
Right. And
like,
that's like 20 years old.
right. And it's like,
yeah.
but so when you think about his era, it ain't too many people that can match up with him, man. It's hard. And Run DMC would probably be the best choice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's the only. I can't even. I'm trying to rack my brain.
Nah,
but
I can't think of nobody.
And I think Jay-Z in a similar situation,
right,
as LL, where hit for hit, you know, it's gonna be hard. You have to start thinking like a Eminem or even maybe a Lil Wayne, you know, when we talking hit for hit. But I'm gonna tell you, I think by far you have to go Drake.
Yeah.
But I think that the problem with it is Drake is not necessarily completely in the Jay-Z era.
Mm-hmm.
You
right,
know,
right.
but he'll probably be the closest match, the closest fit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Drake, most of his career is the last 10 years. So
right,
yeah,
right. And so Jay, I don't know, Jay. Who do you see? Who you think? I heard Rick Ross floated around a couple times.
Yeah, but see, Rick Ross inserted himself into that. He said Rick Ross said that he would do, if he was going to do a versus, he would be up against Jay. And I think Rick Ross knows what he's doing, especially with, he just recently come out with an album. I think he wants to reinsert himself into that list of top MCs.
Right.
And I think Rick Ross is a top MC, but I don't think he
definitely an A-lister. Rick Ross is definitely an A-list MC.
And he's done well business-wise as well. He's done excellent. He probably would be one of the next ones into that billion range. But I still think Rick Ross, and I always say, Rick Ross, to me, is one of the most consistent dope MCs out. And I put him above Jay-Z and Nas in terms of consistency.
Consistency, right?
But
right.
I don't put him above Jay-Z and Nas in terms of dopeness, because Rick Ross will consistently give you a good album every couple years. He gonna give you a good whole album. Whereas every now and then, even Jay-Z or Nas or them type of cats, every now and then they gonna give you some filler. You know, just
Right.
something.
They're gonna give you,
Just something to say they did something. Or they gonna try something that don't work. But I think
right.
Rick Ross is
namely the album that should have probably been the dopest album ever should have been Kanye and Nas, but it ended up being wiggity whack.
right. You know, so yeah, you put out but I mean, like I say, I think Rick Ross got the consistency, but he not there. He not in that discussion with Jay-Z. Him, and I know Future tried to insert himself and say he bigger than Jay in the streets or whatever. He not in that discussion to me at all.
Hey, I don't remember if it was you or somebody said that somebody said that they were saying or that it was said about him not being
says you as big as you as big in your son's life.
That's
what I heard somebody say.
That's it.
It
was you I was talking to.
Son's life as Russell Wilson.
Right.
Yeah, they get cold. The internet, man, it's you know,
Future shouldn't even interject itself. But I think a lot of times, and I hate to say this about Future because I actually like Future, man. I think he did a lot for hip hop in a change, right? And maybe we can make this a 2-part because I do want to talk about that, Jay. If you want,
yeah, we could talk about that let's talk about that on the next one. But you know what I want to
do? What you want to do?
I want to know who they think, who you think, you right there. Yeah, no, over here, you
listening right now.
Yeah, what do you think? Who do you think could go against Jay-Z, if anybody? What do you think? That's what I want to know. I want to know what the crowd out there, what the listeners, what the viewers think.
Yeah. So y'all let us know, man. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to the video, to the channel, man. Whatever y'all listening to us on, make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Subscribe right there on the screen. Yeah.
Make sure y'all leave a comment. Let us know who y'all think are people that Jay-Z could go against, or if you think it's nobody, explain yourself.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Dope. So, I think, man, it's been real, bro.
It's been raw.
No condemnation.
Nation.
Peace.